All right. So now, talking about the product, consumer side is what like the layman sees.
Yeah.
But how is MagicBricks empowering the sellers side?
So seller side, though, in most of the companies, it's only the B2C segment. They are more toward the UX kind of stuff. But in MagicBricks, even on the B2B side, because we do listen to them. So if I have to start from like how do we empower them, we listen to them via our customer care, and we also go and meet them. We know, we try to learn their pain points, we capture them, and then we work upon them. That is like one of them. And if you would have seen any of the agents or the brokers, their life revolves around a diary.
Okay.
And that we saw like a couple of years back, 2 years back, that everyone has a diary, and whenever they go out they write number and they do all kind of matchmaking, which home, which buyer, and all those stuff. So what we thought is, why not to give them a digital diary, and that's where the smart diary came into picture. So we do empower them via different apps. So there is one called Smart Diary, where he can manage all his inventories, all his leads on that app, and that app suggests him basis the criteria what a buyer is looking for. That shows, okay, which all properties do you have, which you can present it to them. Moving beyond beyond that, agent can also schedule the meetings with the buyer, because when he's on a call, so either he can call the buyer from the same app, or once the call is done, that app prompts that, okay, do you want to have a meeting invite or schedule a meeting for him for the next one. So that app empowers them, that they're in the market, people are using it. So like that is one part of it. The second part of it is so most of the business now runs on WhatsApp. We thought, okay, why not create some communication channel, social communication channel for the agents, and we created Broker Exchange. So it's a platform for brokers where they can interact between them, they can exchange their leads, they can exchange their properties. So we do listen to them, we create products for them, and it's a ongoing cycle. So every quarter we come back with the feedback what the market demands, and that's how we create the product, and then we empower them to do things the right way.
So on the consumer end of MagicBricks, there are a lot of properties, and these properties are ranked based on the ratings they get. So the quality of a property is based on the ratings they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you push or highlight a property which is very highly rated?
Sure.
And how if a property is, let's say, not badly rated but not rated at all, like there are less ratings for that property, so you still need to give it a push ahead.
Yeah.
So how do you do that in design?
Sure.
On the consumer end?
So this question has come from many of the UX folks or the designers or even my family members. But then we also need to step back and like understand, because we are compared with even the other market players abroad, and there is a problem. So we are trying to organize the entire real estate. So what happens in US, or like if you go anywhere else, there is one property, there is one owner, and there is one seller. It's a straight one property, one owner, one seller, and there are multiple buyers. In India, what happens? There is one property, one owner, multiple sellers, multiple buyers.
Yeah.
This is still okay. There are cases where, in the case of agents or the broker, where there is no property, but there is multiple agent, multiple buyers. And what you are asking is like, how do you maintain that quality?
Yeah.
I think that's what is the ask. So what we do is our backend logic, and we have multiple technical enablement, where we check and balance that, okay, like what has negative and positive parameters in, like, while someone posts the property. But then we have introduced certified agents. So any property that has like certified agent tag, that is a good listing, good property. Any property which has a verified tab, that is verified by MagicBricks, so the pictures are right, the specifications are correct, and we do go on ground and then verify the property. Recently we have introduced locality champion and project champion. So you see all those tags and you will get to know that, okay, these are the genuine properties. But then we make sure that all the bad quality listings, they are wiped off from the platform, they are not even shown to you. But in case if in some way it comes back, or like something is there, then like these are the hooks that will help you to know that okay, these are the quality listing which has certified agent, verified locality champion, and these we always push them at the top because they will serve better to the end consumer. So like these are the things that we do to promote good quality listing at the top.
So even if a property is not rated by many people, but it is certified by MagicBricks, it becomes a legit good property.
Yes, because like
That's
we have
how
gone.
empower the
Yes, so we have gone on the ground, we take pictures, and we have a huge team of on-ground professionals who carry the camera. They go and take the pictures. So and like we know that okay, that has been verified by us and like not a third party. So any verified stamp that means that okay, this is a verified and checked and then put it over there.
All right. So now MagicBricks has invested in VR.
Yeah.
That we spoke about before.
Yeah.
What do you think about the next generation of interfaces? That is the screenless voice interfaces.
Yeah.
That are coming in. And what do you think about it? And
Yeah.
how do you visualize MagicBricks using this technology?
We did try it voiceless some time back, but I think that time the market was not matured. You could have searched a property by hitting on the mic and then speaking something, but I think that was not the time when that feature would have been launched. But now we are seeing Alexa, we are seeing Google Home Mini. I think now is the time we can try something, but we have not started yet. Maybe tomorrow you can post your property or you can post your requirement using voice commands. But then like we are working towards it, but nothing online as of now. But yeah, that is in the store, and hopefully like the consumers will see it very soon.
So talking about new technologies, then now it is said that artificial intelligence might go on and replace designers in the future because artificial intelligence has been able to replicate and generate different types of designs.
Yeah.
So what role do you think AI has in a career path or let's say life of a designer?
So artificial intelligence design is the future. So currently, so I'll give you something which should happen now, even that is not happening. So we have evolved from desktop to mobile. Yeah. The way we design our desktop, in the same way I think the designer's mindset is when he is designing the mobile. Yeah. He creates the screen, he gives the button everywhere, and then that's how the things go. But the irony is when you pick up the phone, you don't look at the entire screen from top to bottom. So when one needs to design, he needs to keep it in mind that one fold, one view, what all he can do. But when the approval happens on the screen, it happens from top to bottom and how many number of buttons are there, like all those stuff. I think artificial intelligence design is now coming into picture, and where machine learning. So if you are on MagicBricks portal and you have clicked on a property which belongs to a similar builder or the same builder, ideally the system should push a card or a collection which says okay, here are the properties from the same builder for you to, because we know that okay, you are interested in the same builder. So I think that kind of smartness in the system or intelligence in the system is already there now in MagicBricks, and it needs to go to a different level altogether. But we have just started. So like that is one part. Second part is Alexa, Google Home. These are like voice enabled and they are quite smart. I remember like I was using Google Music in my car, Google Android Auto, and I used to ask, okay, play some song, and she used to like reply back, okay, I'm playing this song now. Now I changed the music player from Google Play to Amazon Prime, Amazon Music. Yeah. And like then when I asked Google, okay, play this, she said, I am asking to play this. And these kind of, I think, nuances, someone which you have and someone with some, and asking from like some other application, that even comes in the communication. And I think that's what and like that's where the smartness is for the designer when they are designing this system. There is no like UI involved, but yeah, the system design is still there. So I think we need to evolve to a stage where unseen interface is there, and then you need to think about the product.
principles of design which
Yeah.
have been implemented, that have been called by the designers
Yes.
till now.
Across the
So
globe.
how do you put these principles in digital media?
So as I mentioned before, design is art and science. So
Yeah.
all these principles are part of science. There are things that has already been researched, put it on the paper, experienced, practicality is there. So consistency. So consistency is a key aspect when you design any of your interfaces or a product, because consistency builds a trust. It helps you learn the system. If you have done a task on one screen, or you know, okay, what this element or the component does on one screen, you will expect the same to do in all other screens. There are cases where applications, or both online and then app, they have different kind of CTAs buttons.
Yeah.
There are variations of CTAs, all different colors.
Yeah.
In MagicBricks, we have defined the guideline. We have our own consistent guideline. We have not more than 2 or 3 CTAs across the platform, and that we have baked in our design process itself. So we have a templatized version of MagicBricks sketch file for mobile, for web, for M site, and nobody is allowed to reinvent the wheel. We do reinvent it, but at a equal intervals, maybe after 3 months, after 6 months, after a year or so, or like whenever is required. But anyone who comes on board, and it also helps a new joinee. He knows, okay, what is the brand guideline. He just picks up the basic file and then it starts it. So consistency is there. Now visibility. We know that, okay, what looks good, I think builds a trust, and that is a sellable. So it's a showstopper. If you open an app, if it looks good, you will at least stop and look at it. So visibility does play a role, both on the visual aspect of it, appeal, how it looks. Secondly, every form element, a CTA has its own mental model. If I look at a rectangle shape, I can presume that, okay, it's a CTA or it's a button. So visibility do play a role even into it. If it's a scroll bar, I know that, okay, it has to go left and right. Nobody can assume or design something fancy that scroll should go something like this. So I think visibility has its own advantages, and that as long as we are close to those basic principles, it increases the usability of the entire design by itself. Affordance is like other aspect of it. There is a mental model in our mind for every component, every icons or everything. We need to be close to what the mental model is across the globe. If it's I'll take an example of icon. If it's a delete icon, it has to be either cross or some trash. If you put it anything else that is like, then that affordance goes for a toss. Brilliant example about the affordance is like opening a door and like closing a door, the knob. So don't, like, everyone expects that, okay, anti-clockwise, clockwise, or push and pull. So I think affordance is like part of it. Feedback, any component that you click on it, it should reciprocate to you that, okay, what has happened. Material design is a great example of it. The entire principle of material design, I believe, is on feedback, and like from where it like started, where you have pinched. So all those things, I think there are 5 or 6 principles. If you keep them handy and go by them, I think there are chances that like you have won half the battle there only.
Yeah. So since we are done talking about design, but there's this controversy going on with Facebook. Right?
Yes.
With the data. So what are your thoughts about that?
See, these things will happen because the companies has to be more responsible. What they do is they give you some terms and services. There are dark patches. Nobody goes and reads terms and services. I think it's our responsibility to go and see what to put and what not to put. People are sharing their child's photo, their kid's photo, their bedroom pictures, everything on the Facebook. I think there is a kind of responsibility that goes on what to share. There was a campaign last month, delete Facebook account. I could have done it, but I manage and maintain a couple of the pages, and that is purely because of my passion project and the interest. But then I have to be there. One should make sure that they should know what they are sharing and what are the implications. I think as long as you are able to do it, because you cannot stop it. You cannot think that, okay, life without Facebook. It has its own pros too. You are connected with your family members, friends, but what to put, when to put, that is totally with you. One of the I have seen many instances where people do post, I'm traveling today to somewhere else. Why to publicize? That is a privacy violation. You are telling the entire world that I'm not around in this city. Come and do anything at my place. So I think like we need to be slightly more cautious, and that's we need to evolve. And the platform, it will eventually evolve. I think Mark Zuckerberg, he did mention that we will be taking some improvements or other things. He will mold the terms and condition. But I think we also need to be slightly more cautious what to put, what not to put.
So isn't it like unfair for Facebook to take all this, like all the companies are doing the same thing?
No, so I don't. So both of us, we don't know what actually went there.
Yeah.
They may have done something wrong. The data has been leaked, and they have been. Even if I have a data of you, I'll use it only for my purpose. I won't lend it to someone else.
Yeah.
I think that's the crux of the entire case. They should not have transferred it to any third party. I won't comment on it because I don't have the insights into it. We only get to know what is there on the on the like news channel, and like they are not totally true. So but then like we need to be more responsible what you are putting. So I recently bought Google Home, and it has a mic. Do you know that Google Home or the mic is like listening everything every time you are talking to your wife? Everything is like recorded, your preference, where you are going to, where you are not going. But then if you are cautious, there is also a button at the back where you can switch off the mic. So if you know that, and if you want to discuss something which is more private, you need to step up and then do your duty. Yeah. So I think that's what we need to evolve, and that's where we need to go.
So in the process of making the product smart, we still need to involve the human to take care in such cases.
Yeah, and it's also with the product owners that educate the consumer what is good and what is bad, and that needs to be. And now I think it has started happening after that incident. I have seen many cases where Google has put couple of pop-ups. Please read this. Yeah. Samsung has changed it. Apple has changed it.
And
Facebook has changed it. So these kind of scenarios or these kind of incidents, I think these are healthy sometimes. Yeah. At least to educate both the parties that okay, there is time that like you need to step up and do what is good and like right for the community.
Alright, it was amazing speaking to you, Mayur. So thanks for joining us again.
Thank you.
And thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.